Hi, I'm Yara, and my cottages mean more to me than just cute little houses. They're pieces of a mission I've been on to find a sense of peace and home within myself. Growing up, I often felt unsafe. I was always waiting to be home in my room amongst my family members, really not wanting to go to school or any school-like activities. I couldn't explain it at the time, but I now know I struggled with anxiety. Even at a young age, school felt like a place where I was completely out of control, dealing with so much pressure to fit in, follow the rules, and perform. I was also always afraid of my girl classmates that were popular because they would chase a lot of drama and emotional pain to anyone they felt like in that moment. So going to school for me was filled with tension, fear, and wanting to go home. With years, I realized it wasn't being at home that I was seeking all this time. It was a feeling of home, a feeling of safety and ease that I wanted. Today I'm painting Cottage Island 2. Cottage Island 1 was the first cottage I have ever painted and also the most popular print in my Etsy shop. I think it gives this magical, peaceful vibe because it represents immense simplicity and mundane things. It's just a cottage on the edge of a forest, and in front of it there is a meadow of daisies. It's a simple cottage, nothing special, it's just there, and I would love to at least spend a few days there if I could go into the picture. So I hope you enjoy this process while I'm continuing with my story. I felt anxiety as a deep feeling of not being safe. I told my parents about it, but they just said that I have nothing to worry about, I am safe. But that didn't really help with my feelings a lot. I slowly started to find my creative expression at around 8 to 10 years old, and I turned to drawing. Art allowed me to feel in control, to create my own little worlds, and something that was entirely mine. The process of art felt so freeing, like I could escape into these small, cozy creations where everything felt exciting and safe. Later, when I got into high school, I developed a dream to become an artist. As I grew up into my 20s, a sense of anxiety and feeling of unease on this world didn't go away really. It followed me through my school and my relationships into my adult life. I still always wanted to go home directly after school ended. When I was in high school and when I was in college, I never wanted to stick around, and I always was seeking a feeling of home, to the point that my classmates and my friends had a joke that I always want to go home, that I don't want to do anything with them after school, usually. Now I'm gonna try to sculpt Cottage Island polymer clay cottage charm, and I can't wait to see how it's gonna turn out. So my anxiety didn't really change that much when I grew older. But what did slowly start to change was my ability to manage it. My ability to find peace inside myself, no matter what's happening in the world around me. That's where an idea for my cottages came from. In high school, I painted all sorts of things and also draw. I painted portraits, peaceful nature, scenery, sometimes painted a little cottage here and there in some kind of landscape. And there was something about my cottages that made me want to make more of them. Until one day, I only wanted to paint cottages and eventually also started making little cottage charms from polymer clay. These cottages that I make are more than just little cute paintings and sculptures to me. They're symbols of safety, of finding peace within myself, no matter how chaotic things are on the outside. My shift to cottage making happened in the last few years, when I tried to rediscover a sense of inner calm. Each one of my cottages reflects a cozy, comforting world I'm building within. The world can be chaotic, stressful, and sometimes overwhelming, but I believe we all have this ability to find peace in small, everyday moments within ourselves. When I started sharing my cottages, first being the cottage Iden 2 years ago, I was amazed by how much it resonated with people. I think that is because we all want that same feeling in our lives. A feeling of space where we can slow down, feel safe, and just be ourselves. My cottages represent a safe, comforting home we all yearn for. So whether you are drawn to their coziness, their variety, simplicity, or cute little details, I hope my cottages remind you of something important. That no matter where you are in life, you have the ability to create a sense of home within yourself. You don't have to be anywhere particular. You don't have to buy anything, not even my cottages. You have the peace and safety already within. You are home already. I have worked on those cottage charms for a whole day. And yeah, maybe it doesn't seem like it takes so much time, but the hours just flow by when I sculpt with polymer clay and I'm having such a peaceful time. Then I bake them and the next day I glaze them, and that was it. I actually decided I'm gonna repeat this process because the walls of the cottage are a little bit too yellow for my taste. I wanted them to be a little brighter, but polymer clay sometimes dries a little darker than it was before. So yeah, I am gonna repeat the process and make a model for Cottage Iden Cottage Charm probably next week in my video, along with some other cottages, hopefully. The last thing I did that week was signed and numbered and prepared all of my new prints to list in my Etsy shop. Also, me and my partner David made some beautiful product photos that you can check out in my Etsy shop. I have 6 new prints. I am really proud of them. They turned out so beautifully. And I, this time around, also made little prints that you can put in a little frame on the shelf, or you can just stick them to your wall without a frame. I actually have nothing against sticking the prints directly on the wall if you don't mind damaging them a little bit with the tape. They are really nice fine art prints, but sometimes people don't really like the look of frames. I don't really like the look of frames, so however people like to enjoy their prints is okay with me. And on all the smaller prints on the back I have wrote "You are home" and my signature, and it is so cute. I love it. I love when I make products that I would buy myself, and those prints are definitely one of them. And my cottage charms. Yeah, I'm just really satisfied with what I'm putting out right now. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you liked to listen to a story of why I make my cottages and what is their meaning. And I hope you got a little peaceful moment from this video yourself, and that it reminded you that you are home already. And I will see you all again next week. Bye.
Free flowing,